How about this one? How do you factor that? Minus 2x to the power of 2 minus x plus 36. Anyone? Here we have to open two parentheses, right? Look for two numbers, or two terms. The product would be equal to minus 2x to the power of 2. So for x would be x and x. That's easy. For negative 2 would be negative 2 and 1. So if I multiply the first two terms together now, minus 2x times x, that gives me the first term. What do I'm going to do with this 36? What times what give me 36? What number can I put here, anyone? The different possibilities: 3 times 1 times 36, 4 times 9.
9 and 4.
Now give me two numbers. When you multiply them together, we get 36. These are the two numbers that go here.
18 and 2.
Okay. Don't forget, whatever number that you pick here, eventually when you multiply the two closest term and two furthest term, should add up to this number here, this term here.
9 and 4.
Okay, so 9 and 4 might work, but the position of that is important. Where are we going to put it? If I put 9 here and 4 here, with the multiply choice actually is really helping us to kind of figure this out, because we have these choices up here on the final exam. You kind of see which one of those works. So with the factoring, that would be helpful. So over here, I get 9x here, and here I get minus 8x, right? Minus 8x, but you want to get minus 1 out of that. How would I make minus 1 out of that? In this case, I get
4 has to be negative, and a 9 has to be positive. No.
If I make this negative,
Backwards.
and if this
Yeah,
positive, I can complete that goal. So because you wanted this to be, would that work? Because you want, well, that won't work though here, because this would becomes positive here, and this would becomes positive if I do that. That doesn't give me that, right? That's not good, is it? And then also the last two terms is not going to work either, because if I look at the last two terms here, plus 4 minus 4, we want to get plus 36, not minus 36. So that's not working. Do you agree with that?
I agree. The 9 has to be negative.
Okay. So the 9, if you want to make a 9 a negative, let's just for fun of it, just put what you're saying, see how it works. You want to put 9 negative and this positive. Is that what you're saying? So if you
make the 2x positive and the x negative.
Yeah, you want to make this one here. You want to make this positive altogether, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make the x negative.
Okay.
Negative x. That's right.
So if I make this positive, then I can go with make this positive and make this negative. Is that what you're saying?
No, you should have left everything the way you had it. Just make the 2x positive and the x negative x.
Okay, tell me what do you want? You want 2x minus 9? Is that what you want?
Yes. And negative x plus 4.
Negative x plus 4. That's what you want. So let's see if that works. This would be, that would give me 9 plus 9x, right? And that give me 8. That give me plus 9x. That give me 8x. That doesn't add up to negative 1, does it?
No, so I think you have to reciprocate, make it positive 9 and negative 4.
Yeah. So this is a good example as the degree of trial and error involved with this factoring here.
You should go back and make the 2x negative. Negative 2x minus 9, x minus 4.
Okay. So let me write down what you're saying it is. Go ahead from beginning. What do you want to write here? The first parentheses.
Negative 2x minus 9.
Negative 2x minus 9. Okay. Second one.
X minus 4.
X minus 4. Okay. Let's check this out. 2 middle term, 2 further terms. They give minus 9x, and they give me what? Plus 8x, right? That gives me that negative 1 I want.
And it gives you the 36 that you want.
Yeah, that's good, because if I multiply the first 2 terms now, I would get minus 2x to the power of 2, these 2 terms. When I multiply the 2 closest term and 2 furthest term, I get minus x. If I multiply the last 2 terms together, I get plus 36. That's exactly what we have here. Good job. Okay,
But
now which one of these would be a right choice, though?
I was going to say I would have factored out the negative 1, so I wouldn't have to deal with all the
Right.
trial
Yeah,
and
good
error.
job. Yeah, that is a very excellent idea. Let me erase all this stuff here, and I'm going to start from the beginning. So when you have a problem like this, that was a very good process to go over to see how to factor this. If I have minus 2x squared minus x plus 31, this minus is a little confusing. That's why we had all this trouble to find the right combination. So what if you just factor a minus 1 out? So let's do that. If I factor a minus 1 out here, then I would get, what times minus 1 give you this first term? That would be 2x to the power of 2. And the second term must be plus x. The last one would be minus 36. Everybody agree with that? So I keep this minus 1 out here, and I include it at the end. So this would be a lot easier to factor because everything is positive. If I open 2 parentheses, I would put 2x here and x here, and then if you look at 9 and 4, that give me one possibility here. So I have 9x here and 8x here, and in order to get a negative 1 out of this, then I can clearly see that I need to have a minus here and plus here. So that would make this minus, and that makes this plus. Now I have everything done. If I multiply the last 2 terms, I get minus 36. The first 2 terms give me 2x squared, and 2 middle term and 2 furthest term would add up to equal to, wait a minute, you need to have, what do we have here? Is that right? If I factor a minus 1, they give me okay, you want to have plus here. So this is, I'm sorry. So you want to have in this case, you want to get a plus x. So in this case, you want to have plus 9 here and minus x here. So this has to be plus, this has to be minus. There we go. So let me, that would be, back to my pen. Good, okay, that would be minus. Okay, so that makes sense. Now everything works out, and I get plus x here. Now remember, this minus is hanging here. You just have to go to the next step, which would be A, would be the right choice here. That's exactly what we have here. Now what we did here is actually if I factor a minus 1 out of these two terms, I'll get the same answer. If I factor a minus 1 out here, then I would get, in this case, 2x plus 9. There we go. So now we have the same answer either way. So it would be a good idea to factor a minus 1 out first, and that would be easier to factor. Question on that. Can I see a check mark in front of your name if you follow this example? This is how you factor the polynomials where you have a negative. You can factor a negative 1 out. All right, good